Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for June 10th to the 16th. This is for Taurus and Taurus rising. And we're going to jump right into it. Taurus, this is a big week, okay? I know that it looks slim, but there's a lot happening here. Now, this is the week where we have a bunch of squares, and I'm going to tell you how to get through them. The first one is Mars squaring Pluto. This is going to happen on Tuesday, June 11th. Now, here's the thing. These are two power planets, all right? And they are come at me broing in a big way. Mars, the planet of war, all right? So you see with these squares, you see that other side of, some of these planets, same thing with Pluto, the planet of destruction and intensity and, power, all right? So, they're really, really not, they're mwahahaing. They're really trying to trip you up. I'm sure you can hear, they're like Beavis and Butthead. I'm sure you can hear them like laughing in the background, but listen, just be cool. Stay frosty. You got this. Okay. You're going to be fine. Chumbawamba, tap into your inner Chumbawamba all day long, every day, all day, every day. Because Mars squaring Pluto is really controlling energy. And as you know, Taurus, Mars is in your sign now. So Mars squaring Pluto is for the collective. This could be you. There could be something that, makes you want to go all power trippy today. Be cool, all right? Be cool. You're a Taurus. You're grounded. You got this. Now, where it may happen is in your profession or your career, because remember, Pluto is in Aquarius in your 10th house of career and fame and public recognition and honors and achievement. So there could be something there, all right? There could be something there. Again, it is a day where you could feel a squeeze. You could feel this squeeze that happens around this time. Just remember, let karma work its magic. All right. You do not need to get into any low energy frequencies. Don't let anyone, Mars squaring Pluto is like really fishing for conflict. Just, let karma work its magic. Bye Felicia energy. You've got this. You're going to be fine. Now, on Wednesday, we have Mercury squaring Saturn. Okay. This is going to be June 12th. So we have another square. Mercury, all about communication. Saturn, which is, the authorities. So think of Saturn as the coach, benching you in a game, putting you out in this game. And so this is a day where you just want to not be reactive. You want to be responsive. This is a day where, honestly, it is a day to be mindful about the things that you say. You could also be very hard on yourself. So just, again, it's a great day to just observe things. Like if you're sitting on the bench, just observe things and learn things, okay? And grow from these things, because this is also a day that could be a little bit testing. This is one of those days where someone could actually really get under your skin around this time. So exfoliate. All right, just exfoliate. You have with your amazingness, your Taurus. You got this. You're going to be amazing. Just be diplomatic. Should you find yourself in any of these situations, again, with the fact that Saturn is in Pisces in your 11th house. This could now be with like a friend or a group that you belong to or an organization you belong to, your community. There could be something here, okay? Just keep that in mind. There could be also something that has to do with, this long-term dream of yours or, passion of yours where you just feel a little squeeze, okay? There could be even like a little bit of criticism around this day. So remember, just do everything with grace, okay? And you're going to be fine. A good example is, it is a day where you don't want to make agreements too. You don't want to make like big agreements around this time, but it is a day where, just to give you an example, I received an email from a colleague that was really passive aggressive, definitely was fishing for some action. But I responded, thank you so much. That was that. Okay. I didn't fall into that bear trap. And you won't either, as long as you are cool about this. Again, you're going to be fine. These squeezes, like I said, these squares are pushing you to be a better person, better version of yourself. You can definitely handle this. And again, with Saturn could also be like definitely like an authority figure. Now, on Friday, we have the sun conjuncting Mercury. So we have a Mercury Kazibi. This is absolutely amazing. All right. So this is, when Mercury is in the heart of the sun. All right. So Mercury's in the heart of the sun. This is a total refresh, especially of the mind, a way for you to have a lot of clarity. This is you having a lot of brilliant ideas, coming up with solutions, really gives you a leg up here. All right. Especially because Mercury is in its domicile in Gemini. And so this is very nice. And this, I feel, will bring you a lot of confidence. And it could be something that you do. There's something in your mind that changes, that brings you this sense of like, I know the value I bring to things, right? Because remember, Mercury in Gemini is your second house, okay, of self-worth and self-value. Now, on Sunday, Venus and Mercury will square Neptune. So here's the thing, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this because I feel like not a lot of people have touched upon this. This is actually one of the biggest things, all right? Mercury and Venus are squaring Neptune. This is really just seeing your truths, okay? Seeing your truth beyond some fog, through a veil, all right? This is your truth. Neptune is it's spirituality. Neptune is spirituality, it's imagination, it's intuition, all right? It's also compassion. Now, it's also in these moments when it's squaring other planets, it really is, you see that side of Neptune that's more, illusion and delusion and confusion and even escapism. All right. So it's kind of like this spiritual abyss, but Taurus, you're a light. You've got this light inside you. So it's a really good time to use it. Use your intuition, use your spirituality, break out the crystals, just know your truths. When I say that, don't hide from anything that you know is not real. Okay. Don't hide from anything. Don't run from anything that, you know that you have to face at this point. All right. This is definitely, Neptune can bring a lot of that illusion around this time, especially with Mercury squaring it. Mercury, remember, is just loves and craves logic, but then Neptune is everything beyond. It's imagination. It's the other side, right? So this is a time where you could be also like making excuses for things that you don't want to face, but just really take that time to, again, be spiritually moved to face your truths. All right. One last thing that I'm going to say about this. The reason why this is such a big deal is because at this point, Neptune is, has reached 29 degrees in Pisces, and that's a critical degree. There's 30 degrees. And so 29 degrees it really is like a graduation. It's like a toast. It's like a farewell toast. All right. And Neptune being at 29 degrees, it's going to be here. Neptune is it's such a slow moving planet, right? It's going to be at 29 degrees for a while. All right. Throughout the summer. So this is your time to really let your spirituality shine and to be really in touch with your higher self. All right. This is a great time because what's going to happen is Neptune is definitely going to fall back a little bit. It's going to move into Aries next year for a little bit. And then it just does this whittle waddle. And then it moves into Aries permanently in 2026. But it does go back to 29 degrees in Pisces February up until February, all right, 2026. And so that's the full close out there. Okay. That's that full farewell, that, turning point, this culmination, but also again, it's like a toast, like everything that you've learned, everything that you've brought to the table, you really, really immersing in your spiritual side. This is definitely going to be, and also remember, it's not just spirituality, it's dreams too. It's just dreams. It's the subconscious. It's the metaphysical. It's hidden things. So it's a lot of like the behind the scenes activity. This could have a really strong impact on you, Taurus, because your North Node is in Aries right now in your 12th house. Okay. So Pisces does rule the 12th house. So again, you could be growing and developing your spirituality in a really big way, especially this year. Now, you could have started in 2011 when Neptune did move into Pisces. So think about that. Think about how maybe maybe perhaps since 2011, you've been more spiritually active, more into like listening to your gut, listening to your intuition, developing your intuition. The other really crazy thing that's happening here is that Neptune moved into Pisces in 2011. It takes about, 13, 14 years for it to be in a sign. All right. Now, it takes 165 years to make a full orbit, right? To complete that cycle through all 12 signs, okay, of the zodiac wheel. So if you go back 165 years from the moment Neptune went into Pisces in 2011, that would make it 1846. All right. Guess what happened in 1846? Well, Neptune was discovered. Isn't that crazy? Well, in the modern world, right? So it is such an interesting like homecoming in a sense, but also a release. It's really, really interesting here that this is happening. So I really, really, really want you to pay attention to this. It is officially coming, like closing out a complete orbit, but and finishing it very, very soon. It's really very, very interesting. I was gonna do like a whole video on it, but we'll see. But just know that this is definitely going to be a big time for you to really, really use your spirituality and feel good about it. All right. Now, when I say use your spirituality, when Neptune is at 29 degrees in Pisces, it's asking you to use your higher mind to surrender the things that no longer serve you well, okay? Down to this soul level, down to this point where you know intuitively, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. This is holding me back. I am not growing. I am not evolving because of this. So really trust your intuition at this point to let those things go. Okay. Let those things go. You've built all this intuition since 2011 and you can bring things into it, bring in like Tibetan healing bowls, your crystals, like sage, garlic, whatever you use, listen to music over 400 hertz, 528 hertz is the intonation of love. It's a really, really good time really to get just spiritually moved. All right. So just so you know, it is one of those things where it's a classic tale of someone who doesn't think they're good enough, but then they have that moment of like belief, that self-belief, and then they win the game, and then they, get the girl, they get the boy, they get the, they beat the bad guy, they reunite with their lover, making pottery as a ghost, whatever it is, just know this is going to be a big deal for some time. All right. Neptune at 29 degrees, all summer long. Okay. So you could even feel very spiritually moved this, all summer up until September. Now, I also don't want you to forget that we are coming out of the Venus Cazimi, all right? The sun conjuncting Venus. We're coming out of one of the best new moons. We're coming out of Jupiter trining Pluto. So you're still going to feel the energies of that as well. So this is definitely going to be a big week. There could be some back and forth with these squares, but remember, they're challenging you. You are, just a little, you're like Cav. No, you're not even, you're like, I don't think I made this analogy in your last reading, but with these squares that are happening, I can think of it as like you walking through quicksand, okay, wearing a backpack. All right. But you're only ankle deep. This week, you may be like a little bit, under knee level, but it's a good time to remove those things from your backpack that may be slowing you down. All right. This is a time for a slowdown, but it is a good one to, again, recognize the things that are not serving you well. Let them go. Okay. It's a time to grow. All right. So remove them from your backpack, your cargo shorts, whatever you're wearing, but just know that there are some things that you may want to surrender. So let's get to it, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you for the week of June 10th to the 16th. Again, this is for Taurus rising, Taurus moon. And yeah, let's do it, Taurus. June 10th to the 16th. Now, Taurus, I do a traditional cult across spread. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will pull clarifier. Secondly, Taurus, I hope that you are doing really well. You know, I love y'all. I love where you're at now. I know that a lot of y'all have possibly, well, I don't, not even possibly. I read your comments, all these new jobs and promotions. I love all this. I love hearing all this. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. And you are, there you go. You're continuing your path forward in this way that is definitely going to be fruitful. I mean, you're good. All right. Now let's get started. You got the Page of Swords. How interesting. You got the Page of Swords. Remember what I just said, this continuation progression from last week, because remember last week's reading, you got the Page of Swords in your final outcome. And so, yeah. Could you be moving forward with this new mindset? Absolutely. Could there be something that you're doing new that's really making you feel very enthusiastic about learning more about it? Sure. Have you gotten messages come through, possibly with the Page of Swords here? The page being a messenger, swords, the air suit, the mental suit. Absolutely. There is so much that's happening here that's continuing from last week, okay? But just it's that enthusiasm that comes through the most, and that's really, really special, and that's really great. Now, you have the Seven of Cups, all right? You have the Seven of Cups in your heart, in the heart of your spread. So very interesting here, okay? Very interesting here. And the reason why, first, remember I said Neptune is, illusion and delusion and confusion. Well, the Seven of Cups, you see all the cups coming out of this fog, all right? So remember there's that like smoke and mirrors, a little bit of fog. This really is just saying this is a week where, like I said earlier, observe, okay? Sit back and observe the things playing out in your life, all right? This is a card where you really need to know what you want moving forward, okay? Really, really know, put all your energy into that path, that, reality that you want to create for yourself that is going to bring you a lot of joy, that is going to be enlightening for you. This is the time, all right? Now, there could be a lot of different opportunities too, but it really, and when I say a lot of different opportunities, it could be like a time where you're just very busy, like you could be, there's this new job offer coming through at the same time. Someone messaged you on Tinder at the same time. There's this, you know what I mean? There's like a lot of different things coming through. But this could be a week where it's just like, okay, I need to prioritize. I got to really know what I want. I can't have, this smoke and mirrors. I can't, even get a point where I am not trusting like my intuition and my heart in terms of which direction to go. So in a sense, like prioritizing. Now, here's the other thing is you got justice, but you got justice in your challenge area. So with the fact that the Seven of Cups is attributed to Venus and Scorpio ruling your seventh house of partnerships and relationships, there could be something, there's like a turning point. There could be something ending there. There could be something there where it may be that thing that you have to really sit and observe in your life. And again, that can be career, that can be, romantic relationship. But ask yourself what it is. The other thing is that there is possibly something here where you may feel like you can't make a decision because you can't figure out if something's fair for you or something is unjust, or if there is some, even like with all these squares, some challenging things where there could be some things said from other people, but there really is a sense of this is your time to take action, okay? With this card, not only is it highly associated with karma, so remember, always working with your karma. Karma is not static. You always want to move with your karma, but this is a card that is, with karma, it's action, right? It's action having consequences. But this is also saying not only do actions have consequences, but inaction have consequences too. So there could have been some things that have not been said that need to be said, all right? In terms of you seeing things a lot more clearly this week, all right? Keep that in mind. Now, the other thing is you did have the Seven of Pentacles in your crown, all right? So that's 2 sevens here. 7 really is desire. But here's the thing. There is, for some of y'all, possibly a point where you are going to reflect this week in terms of moving forward. All right. With the Seven of Pentacles, you see he's looking back. Do you see a smile on his face? Not so much, okay? And so you may be like taking it all in. Okay, where am I now in my life? What have I done to get to this point? And have I actually gained anything? Am I, am I bearing the fruit that I've been seeking? Am I seeing the results and the rewards that I've been hoping to reap? This could be something that you're really thinking about this week, all right? So really keep that in mind. You really have to know what you want, though. You have to know what you want, what is going to make the most sense for you. Again, trusting your intuition. It's going to make all the difference. It really is going to make all the difference, especially with Neptune at 29 degrees. And then you got the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So this is really great because there is that sense of you that even if you're taking that pause to think about your next step forward, deep down inside, you just want to power through. You have all this, it's almost like you have this reserved energy this week that you're waiting until you make that decision and you know what you want. Once that's crystal clear, it's like boom, like bang on, rocket ship, like you're ready to go. I mean, the Eight of Pentacles, this is laser focus. This is determination. This is diligence. This is someone who is just like, y'all, don't even talk to me. I'm working on my, dreams and my goals and reaching my legacy. Okay. So this is you. I really love that. You know that you're going to make it. Okay. Because you also got the Ten of Pentacles. You totally skipped the Nine of Pentacles. You went straight to the Ten of Pentacles in your future. Hello. Yeah, you are definitely going to make it. You're going to be fine. Remember, this is a week where you may feel a little bit of a squeeze, but remember, it's to help you grow and to, again, be the best version of yourself. Now, Ten of Pentacles, this is absolutely amazing. Raining Pentacles, I say it all the time. It is raining Pentacles, all right? Raining all this wealth in your life in the form of the Tree of Life, as you can see depicted in the card here. So very, very nice. I love this for you. This is prosperity. This is success. This is you made it. It's like all that hard work that you're ready to get into. You're going to make it. Okay. You're going to be successful. This is your kingdom come. This is the you made it card. This is coming into your physical world. Okay. Your physical realm. So when I said earlier, pay attention to things, be observant this week. This is physicality. This is being grateful for the things and acknowledging the things that you do have in your life that make things wonderful for you. All right. Just, it can be family here. It can be the fact that you have this wonderful home. You see all of that depicted here. You see the harvest. So there's still all this abundance. Like this is really, really nice. And you know that you're moving in that direction. Inheritance is highly associated with this card too, by the way. So very, very, very nice. Again, remember, we already have, like I said, a lot of, we have a stellium in Gemini right now too. So that's a lot of Gemini energy in your second house of money, right? Money, income, your salary, and, with all these Pentacle cards, you're definitely gonna be on your mind this week. Now let's get to your stuff. Oh my goodness, Taurus, y'all are amazing. That's listen, by the way, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, all that algorithm stuff. But y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, you are definitely going to be, listen, there's going to be a time where, this week you may be overthinking things. I don't want you to overthink things, okay? And it just could be because there's so much happening, all right? There's so much happening in a place where there's almost like this direction of thinking back of everything that you've invested in and everything that you want to go towards. So just keep that in mind. Just remember, just observe things. Now, you got the moon, all right? So this is interesting with Saturn all these Saturn squares, all the Neptune squares, because they're both in Pisces, and this card is attributed to Pisces. So in tarot, the moon is associated with Pisces. So, which is your 11th house. All right. So there could be, again, the 11th house really is the future. Okay. It's also, like I said earlier, your social network, groups you belong to, friendships, your community. So there really could be something there that's causing you to like really overthink things, and it's really letting things go. Remember I said surrendering things, right? So there is a sense of like surrendering something, especially if it's just not working for you now. I mean, you do see the two towers here. They really are these structures that over time you've built for yourself. And so now is a time, I mean, you're that little crayfish. You got to go into the sea. You got to go see you got to go. TGI Fridays is right there. You can see it. And you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, but you got to go through the towers. All right. You got to go through those towers. And there is a little bit of, there's that, a little bit of anxiety and stress about worrying about your future and like how you're going to get there and how you're going to get to the Fridays and whatnot. And, can you even make it? Like, you may have all these questions in this way of over analyzing things because of some of these squares that are happening this week. So remember what I said, stay cool, be frosty. You're going to be fine. Okay. Put on your cool sunglasses and, go have a Diet Coke by the pool. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But just know that the best thing to do at this point is not overthink things or overanalyze things, okay? Because there could truly be, with Mars being in your sign and Mars being pretty aggressive this week, where it's just like, all right? Now, you also got strength, all right? You got strength in your external factors area. You're like protected. You're good. You're absolutely good. This is really, really nice, all right? Strength. This is all about that inner courage, okay? Finding what brings you that source of strength as well and working with that synergetically, all right? So, I mean, you see the woman taming the lion, but the lion is allowing her, all right? So it is that, teamwork here. It takes two for that strength. That strength is something inside you, all right? So, again, another, very spiritual card, but again, it really is also like think of like those wild parts of you, like it's like that raw side of you that with all these squares, there could be a side of you that wants to come out and you're like, because this card is also it's not just strength, it's like resisting those things that you shouldn't be doing as well. That is strength as well, right? Now you also see the symbol of infinity over her head, infinite possibilities that come with all this strength that you have for yourself. This is going to be really nice, okay? And it seems like there also could be someone that's like in your corner too, someone that really, speaking of like synergy and, working with others, especially with a lot of these placements in your 11th house. There really could be someone that really pulls through and provides that sort of strength. It could even be like your, lover or your, children or whoever it is, all right? Because it is in your external factors area. Now, you also have the devil, all right? So very interesting here. There's where it falls in your spread. Yeah. You got the Eight of Swords in your final outcome too. So yeah, you are definitely overanalyzing some things, but also remember what I said, escapism may be a thing. All right. Don't do it. Face your truths. Okay. Face your truths. This is, the devil is everything. The devil, what it represents is, vices, bad behaviors, addictions, codependency, doing things that are not good for you. Remember, you can resist the things that you shouldn't be doing. And now it's almost like the biggest thing that you want is you're hoping to get past that. All right. But at the same time, some of y'all may feel that you're overanalyzing things to a point where you're still staying stuck in that energy. And I say stuck because the devil is a trap. All right. The devil's a trap. You can see the two people chain of the devil here, but the chains are loose. They can break free anytime they want. All right. So it really is, it comes down to you. It's your choice. Like, do I recognize something that's not serving me well? Do I have that strength to kick it to the curb, right? To, hit the road, Jack. Now, you have the Eight of Swords in your final outcome. So, yeah, you definitely could be in your head a lot. Now, this card is, first we call it the self-victim card. All right. So this is a woman who's put herself here, okay, blindfolded, bound, but, you know, and surrounded by swords, right? So she thinks that she built this, you know, fortress where it protects her. The reality is it's a prison. She's, you know, prisoner of her thoughts. Remember the swords of the mental suit, the air suit. And so two things here. You can see she's not completely enclosed. She can walk out. Her feet are free. She can walk out. So again, this is up to you. It's your choice to walk out for something where there is something that you have to face. Like I said, way from the beginning, something that you know you have to face. And it could be a truth that you are, you know, that may be hard for you to do. All right. Maybe hard for you to do with the moon, the devil, and the Eight of Swords here. But think of how good it will feel when you are free. Think about how good that will feel. And again, remember what I said about that, you know, self-belief. And then you get the girl, and then you get the boy, and then you win the game. Like that, right? So I'll even clarify that one for you, Taurus. And you know what's really interesting? Well, okay, so what I was going to say that's really interesting about the Eight of Swords is that it is a Gemini card. So it could have to do with money. There could be something about money that you're like, okay, I got to really be honest with myself about this, okay? And now you got the Six of Pentacles clarifying it. Yeah, so you get out of this headspace and you release yourself from for like that low energy frequency. You face your truth. Remember, having those karmic consequences, right, from not facing your truth. The Justice card is all about truth. It's true perception. All right. So being honest with yourself about something. And once you do, everything opens up for you on this karmic level where this very philanthropic man comes in with all these pentacles, with all these pentacles. Okay. And this is everything harmonizing for you now with it being the Six of Pentacles. So very interesting here. Very interesting here. It also could have to do with, you know, self-worth, self-value, everything that I mentioned earlier. But yeah, it really is, you know, spiritual wealth is, you know, is something that could be that something that you're offering other people. So it could be a sense of, you know, there's people that need you right now this week. But if you're in this place where it's hard for you to open up, it could be hard for them to, you know, receive that, you know, really warm, loving Taurus energy that you always provide. So just consider that, okay? Now, I'm going to point something out. You have the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles, all right? So, oh, and these two cards are your cards, all right? So they're Taurus cards. And so it really could be something about you, all right, with the Eight of Swords here, about your self-worth, your self-value. Again, not feeling that you're good enough about something and, you know, really, you know, not facing your truth about that. But remember, once you do, you're going to feel free. You set yourself free, and then you put yourself in a position where all that wealth is shared, and then you move into the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, like, you're good. You may overanalyze things because it may be hard for you to decide what you want moving forward. But again, have those moments to observe and to grow and to thrive and to expand your world. That's what this week is all about. But you're definitely good. You're just got to be in this headspace where you have to recognize there's something that could be, what is it called? Like like even self-sabotage energy, self-sabotaging yourself from something. Once you recognize what you're doing, and then you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be wonderful. You're going to be great. Taurus, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. Next week, wow, we got a lot going on next week as well. We officially move into Cancer season. That's big. We got that full moon in Capricorn. Oh, there's so much happening next week. Anyway, Taurus, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.